Hey y'all, it's a Country Notary. Hope you're having a great day. As always, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Someone recently commented on one of my videos that the video was a little long and there was too much information and the information wasn't all connected, but they appreciated the one segment where I talked about the benefits of becoming a notary public. So, and basically I got a thumbs up and a thumbs down in the same comment. And I understand their feedback, and it's important to get feedback so that I can get better at telling my story. However, thank you, subscriber, by the way. And as always, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. However, I want to frame some of these videos within the boundary of why being a mobile notary and loan signing agent is still a good idea, and how it's leading me to other business opportunities. Not sure, I know even when I first started as a loan signing agent, mobile notary, I questioned things. I questioned my daughter. She's the one who introduced me to the business, and I asked her, I said, well, don't notaries only make $5 or $1 per signature? I mean, how do you make money at that? And she goes, Mommy, they're making like $150 per closing. And said, oh, they got to do all that paperwork. I don't like paperwork. And then, also say, what, you got to print all that paperwork? Wow, I thought they just send it to your house, FedExed it, and you go to the client and everything is just, and so, I had to overcome some of those barriers of, in the way I was thinking myself. Sorry, it's always hard to drive and think of big words. I had to overcome some of those objections myself. But it's the best, based on my lifestyle and my goals and my business goals, it was the best decision I could make. And we always sometimes say, oh, I wish I had started sooner. Man, if I had started this 2 years ago, it would have been, it's no such thing as if I could have, should have, would have. Start today, because today is always the best time to start. There's so many opportunities that come to you because of the loan signing agent business, because of being a mobile notary. And most of you hear about the loan signings and the refis and the money that was made. Some people were working full-time, making 6 figures. That wasn't me. I work part-time as a loan signing agent, mobile notary. I'm a full-time high school teacher. However, this business has been an investment in me, not just money-wise, but in education-wise, educationally. It's a continuing education process. Today, as an example, I just finished signing a couple. I had 2 signings today on a Saturday. I had a reverse mortgage. It took a while. It was a little lengthy. The lady was very elderly, a very slow signer, and I helped her through the process. She was so appreciative, and it warmed my heart, because she asked me, when we get to the next set of documents, it was actually a reverse mortgage application, which is just as long as the reverse mortgage closing. When we get to the next set of documents, can you come back and help me? And I said, I hope so, ma'am. Just let your lender know that you requested me, and maybe he can put in a good word for me to come back and help you with your next set of documents. Afterwards, I drove back to Beaumont, where I live, and did a property tax loan with a couple. Property tax loans. I've talked about property tax loans in some of my previous videos. So refis are down, and talk about the economy. I majored in business, but I'm not an economist. Of course, I'm not an expert. But when inflation is up, certain parts of the economy go down. It's the way the economy works. In this particular case, as inflation has risen, obviously people are becoming a little cash poor, don't have as much disposable income. I've seen more sellers packages. People are selling properties, more investment properties, and a lot of landlords, like in this particular case, are getting behind on their property taxes. They're making money on rental income, and they've raised property taxes in many parts of the county that I live in. Sadly, they've raised taxes, inflation, so that impacts people's pockets. And last summer and this summer, last year and this summer so far, this hot here, so it's technically not summer yet, but it feels like it. I get a lot of property tax loans. So I met with a couple. So the point there is, even though refis are up, there are other parts of the real estate industry that you can make money. Specifically in this case, property tax loans will never go away. They've probably been around before. They've probably been around since the Greek Empire, Greek and Roman Empire, because taxes have been around since I think the Greek and Roman Empire. They started charging people a fee and assessing a fee to property owners. Anyway, I guess we can do more research on that. Long story short, property tax loans. And actually earlier this week, out of the blue, and I thought it may have been a spammer, a company emailed me, and it actually went, I didn't get the email for some reason. It didn't go to my normal in tray. And when I contacted, checked my emails, and I contacted them back and let them know that I'm sorry, I may have missed this email. Someone found my number and my contact information, and they were offering me a package of property tax loans. She basically said, I have a number of property tax loans that I need closed next week in your area, and if you're available, I'd like to send you those. They give you somewhat of a cushion. They're not date specific, but within a week range to get them closed and scanned back or turned in. And of course I said yes, and she said great, I'll be in touch. They may have found me from a Google page, or they may have found me from one of the other property tax loan companies that I work with. So anyway, back to today. And the couple that I worked with today, he is a real estate investor who has many rental properties. And in one particular case, he just acquired the property, and the property was behind on taxes. So he has to pay the taxes in order to clear the lien on the deed. So he took out a property tax loan. It makes sense. And after he rehabs the property, puts a renter in there, he will then pay the loan off. And we were talking. He was a fresh businessman. After we finished with the loan, I gave him my business card, and I told him about my cousin and I and how we partnered up to start real estate investing. Talked to him about that and some of the other, ideas that we had. He asked me if I was a wholesaler. I said, well, technically not yet. I have a couple of deals that I'm negotiating, but haven't closed them yet. And he told me about how he buys properties. He basically does rent to owns. The owner of the property, seller financing. The owner of the property, he pays a down payment to the owner of the property, and as well as a monthly payment. So the owner of the property is the financer. And so my particular guy, he pays the monthly payment, which is the mortgage payment. He'll put a renter in the property, and he'll charge the renter obviously a higher rent fee than the mortgage cost, and he'll keep the difference as a profit, which is what most rental property owners do. He'll keep the difference as a profit, but in this case, he doesn't own the property. The property is owned by the for sale by owner guy, and I'm not sure how he got stuck with the property tax bill, but that's another story. So we were talking, and he asked me, did I have an LLC? He asked me about business. We were talking about business credit. We were sitting outside at Starbucks, and it was pretty hot, and we had finished with his loan paperwork, but we talked another 25 or 30 minutes, and he was confused about some of the things as far as LLC goes, about business credit. And I offered to help him for free because everything's online. I told him, when you get ready to file your LLC, just give me a call. I'll walk you through it. It's not hard. It's hard when you don't know, but it's not hard when you know. And we talked about investors. He works with a couple of investors out of Houston, which is about an hour and a half from where we are. And these guys buy massive amounts of real estate, vacant homes, for homes he talked about pre-foreclosures, and they buy these homes, and then he basically buys the homes from them on a seller finance basis, and then he does the rental thing. And I've been looking for buyers because I'm starting to wholesale, looking for properties, trying to close deals on properties, and it's good to know that there's a buyer, a company who might be sitting there, so that when I get this homeowner under a sales agreement, I can market it to a buyer, and not be worried about, oh, what if the property doesn't move? What if I can't get it closed? And so I just left. I actually changed clothes. I'm on my way to a family get together. And before I pulled out of the parking lot of Starbucks, he texted me 2 or 3 times his contact information, his 2 investors, and I got a 3rd text. I hadn't had a chance to look at it yet because I wanted to do this video. So we talked about networking. I was invited to a real estate investor meeting last Saturday in June, and I'm gonna send him that information so that he and his wife might want to come attend that meeting, because we're just learning. We're gonna learn and share and help each other. Learn and share and help each other. The knowledge that I've learned as a mobile notary loan signing agent has gotten me to this point. I'm now studying real estate investing. I'm studying wholesaling. I've contacted and networked with people in person, on Facebook, other social media, primarily Facebook groups. They're wonderful. They give you so much information. I met a couple from a Facebook group. We called earlier, 30-minute call, told me their investment strategy. They do creative financing. He broke that whole situation down to me. He says he has access to thousands of buyers across the country. We had a great conversation, and there was another contact that I made. And so basically, guys, I know you hear the term build relationships so much it becomes cliche, but it's not a cliche. If you do professional, consistent, and detailed work, and I'm assuming having a relatable personality could help, you could do this very thing. There's money to be made out there. Real estate is never going away. Take the time during this dip in the loan signing business to do some research. See if there's anything in the real estate industry that you can develop a niche at. If it's something that you're interested in doing, study it and get into it, because there's money out there, and trust me, if we don't make it, somebody will. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Hopefully I didn't mix too many terms and topics in the same video, but the point of the video is this, guys. There's knowledge to be learned as a mobile notary loan signing agent. It's never too late to get started. Use the experience from the business as education and as a springboard and a platform to another branch of real estate, because there's money to be made in real estate, even in this economy. As home prices rise, home appreciation also rises. Some people cannot afford to buy a house. Some people have to rent. And if you have a situation like we do, where there are vacant, rundown houses that can be fixed up, rehabbed, and rented, we have the opportunity and the potential to help tons of people, as well as put tons of money in our pocket. That's it for the day. I'll get back to y'all when I make more progress and have more information to share on my current 2 deals that I have on the table. It's the Country Notary. Talk to y'all soon. Talk to y'all soon. I'm gonna say it 3 times just because I messed up the first time. Talk to y'all soon.